This lesson is on user management. Click Append. Type in username. Let's type in admin. There is no password box. Select administrator. Click OK to add a user. Let's log in. Type in admin in the username. Click OK without password and a dialog box pops up saying it is your first login. Here, set your password. Type in your password and click OK. A message confirming that your password has been set will pop up. Click OK to log in again. Log in. Now you have completed adding a user. We have added an admin user. When you add another user, it will default its type to operator. First, let's add an engineer user. Log out. Administrator registers a user, and the users set their own password. If it is connected to the server client, user management is applied across the system. So, you can log in from this computer or different computers. Same screens will display even when you log in from different computers. Type in user1 and click OK without password. Then create password dialog will pop up. Type in your password. Click OK and the password is set. Now, let's log in as user1. Open User Management dialog box. It says the user is not authorized to access user management. Engineer group is similar to the administrator group, except that the control priority is a little different and cannot access the user management. Log out, and let's log in as admin. Logged in as admin. Now, we can use the user management. Let's move on to groups. You can manage permissions from here. Currently there are 3 groups. These are the default groups, so you can add or edit. Let's begin with the administrator. Click Edit. You can edit by clicking Add or Edit. Click Edit to manage permissions. It has permission for editing, alarm acknowledgement, and shutting down the program. If you remove Program Shutdown permission, you can close Designer and other programs, but not the View program. It also has permission for user management. Enable strong password to require passwords to contain at least 8 characters with letters, numbers, and special characters. Most of the control rooms are secured, so it is not commonly used. So, it is not set as a default. Next, control priority, but we will get to it later. Let's move on to the login time. When set to 5 minutes, it will automatically log out after 5 minutes of inactivity. Set password expiration to have password change notification show up when you log in after the time set. When password expiration is enabled, enforce password history will be in action. Whenever users change their passwords after expiration, it remembers old passwords as many as the number you set. It discourages users from reusing their old passwords. Control priority is set to 255. Click OK. And if we look at permission settings for the engineer, the control priority is set to 100. The user management is disabled. Enable, require login to control, to make the users to log in again in order to control. The login window will pop up. If you enable, same priorities only. It will allow users to control only when the priority values are the same. When disabled, users can control things with values lower than the priority value set. Let's look at control priority settings. On tag settings, there is control priority setting here. You can set control priority for each tag. In default settings, engineers are set to 100, administrators to 255, and tags to 10. If you need a tag that can only be controlled by administrators, change the control priority to 101. Since engineers are set to 100, they cannot control it. Use this setting to set control permission for each tag. Let's move on to the operator. Editing is disabled and cannot access user management. The control priority is set to 10. Operators can control all tags in the default settings. If you do not want the operators to control the tags, set control priority to 9 and all the other tags to 10. Normally, operators are given permissions, so the default settings are set like this. Now, let's add an operator user, but using a different method. Log out and log in again. There is a registration request button here. Let's request a new user. This time, you have to type in every information including your password. Type in user2. Set it to operator. Then type in a security question and answer and request a new user account. If you leave the security question and answer blank, you will not be able to recover your account when you have forgotten your password. This interface, as you can see, does not allow anyone else to know your password except you. It uses SHA-256 functions so that even the developers cannot decrypt. Type in security question. It will ask this question after you failed to log in 10 times. You must type in exact spelling and it should be something that only you know. Let's add. It says the user request has been completed. When the administrator approves, you can use the account. Let's log in as admin user. An open user management user 2 has been added, but not approved. Log in as user 2. Log out and log in again. It says, this account is not approved. Please contact the person in charge. There is no way of logging in. Let's log in as admin and approve user 2. Now, log back in as user 2. User 2 as an operator, so has no permission to edit. The user cannot edit the database or save the graphics. With the engineer level user 1 account, you cannot access the user management. You can now set permissions for controlling, editing, and accessing user management for each user. This was it for user management.